Right, hello and welcome to another video. I'm just taking a look around this game again. Haven't done one in about a week. I just sort of smashed out about 7 videos there. Just trying to get 10 done to start with. I might try and think of another 2 after today, after this video tonight, and then I've got the 10 done. That's kind of what you need to start a channel. So without further ado, I thought I'd just get on to the topic of this particular video. It's more of a speculation video, really. I know there's been an awful lot of talk. I mean, maybe not on the news, but amongst people and chatter and things like that about a speculation of a World War III. And I don't want to be a scaremonger, so I'm not going to scaremonger. But what I'd like to do is give a possible sort of four-view outcast of what a potential World War III could potentially look like, given current politics and the geography of what the current map actually looks like. So yeah, without further ado, I'll sort of start walking a bit. Might walk over here. So yeah, right, where do I begin? I might give this a couple of runs just to. I want to get this one absolutely bang on. So basically, my sort of possible four-view of forecast of what may happen is that, for example, if there were to be a World War III, right? With Brexit and everything that's gone on in the UK recently, I'm slightly worried about the UK, where the UK actually stands in all this. But as regards to Europe and as regards to being independent from Europe, from the European Union. But effectively, what I'd say is that it relies heavily on what the Scandinavians do. If you look at the bit of land mass and the bit of ocean between there, now if I sort of right, where do I begin? Effectively, with Brexit now, the Russians now own a lot of the power. A lot of the power and a lot of the control in the UK. Putin basically runs a lot of the power and a lot of the control within the UK, over the UK, and effectively what the Scandinavians do, the Norwegians, the Finnish, people like that, what they do will effectively determine whether because if I was Putin right now, I'd be thinking, well, that's a nice little trade hub there. It's the 5th largest economy in the world. Why not go and invade the place now, if you know what I mean? Why not go and invade it and have that for myself? So, yeah, that's kind of the idea there. Now, you know, we might be able to stop a few battalions of a few rubbish Russian-made, rubbish, you know, not very good Russian-made equipment at the border on the east coast of Great Britain. But can we stop the whole of Europe marching? Probably not. Now, effectively, if that happened, I would just give it to them. But in effect, you know, that being blasphemous towards the United Kingdom, you know, I just hand it straight over to them because it's not a good idea to get into war with what they've got over there at the moment. Now, effectively, if you look at the type of warfare that they're going to be, the type of warfare they'll be using, if you were to look, this is global discussion in games. If you were to look at, say, for instance, I've decided now to study a combined STEM degree, which stands for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So I can tell by the power of my phone and what my little Android phone can do that basically if I can do that on a phone, then effectively it's gone from being modern warfare, as in Call of Duty Modern Warfare, to more Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, as is my description of it. I'm not 100% sure about that. You'd have to ask someone who's more in the know, but that's what I'd probably forecast it is on the ground level of what these people actually do on a day-to-day basis, or what's actually at hand equipment-wise. Now, for example, I'll just sort of carry on and speed up a little bit. So it relies heavily on what the Scandinavians do as to whether they go into a coalition with Russia, which I don't think is actually possible. But with the Russians fighting on Ukraine, as they have been for a while, but it's getting more serious now. They're heading into the Eastern Bloc. Germany is now remilitarized for that discussion with them. So yeah, that's an interesting one. So effectively, what I then say is that might just stay on the beach for this one. What I'd effectively then say is that the US will side with the UK. Will also likely side with the Canadians as well, based on the UK's first trade agreement, if that all goes through properly, and then also what else? Then also let's walk around here. Then also we've got the Europeans. If Europe wants to invade the UK, then they're going to effectively. That's just going to happen. The Africans, that's going to be its own war based on people's rights within Africa. The Australians may have its own civil war based on certain wars of their own political descriptions. I also believe that the Far East will go to war with China. What else? I also believe that the Far East will go to war with China. If you look at that, the Far East aren't really communist countries, whereas China is. Also, yeah. So that's effectively that. And then the Far East go to war with China. I believe if we get Donald Trump again, which we may do because he may have another term in 4 years, they could invade Mexico. The South Americans may fight amongst themselves over land mass, effectively. Not much going on the poles as usual. Actually, there is actually quite a lot that happens on the poles, funnily enough, during these wars. And then back to it. So, given the idea that I've given a general overview of the whole of the entire planet there, and then China, and the land mass between China and Russia is more at a stalemate, effectively. So the land mass between China and Russia has always been more of a stalemate, and I'll just sort of end the video there with that effectively the forecast that it's been predicted before is that the World War III ends with Russia and the US nuking each other, effectively, like it would be the end of the Cold War. And that's pretty much it. So I said a lot, but I mean it's an awfully tense video to make. I'm talking about awfully serious things here. So I mean we're in a democratic. It's largely democratic Europe. It's a democratic Europe up against a dictatorship Russia at the border along the Eastern Front. And then what happens in the UK relies pretty heavily on what the Scandinavians end up doing. And yeah, that is my forecast for World War 3. Okie dokie, alright, thank you very much, goodbye.